Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 5, season 5 of the Ipswich Town rebuild. Coming into this season, as you can see, the board haven't massively backed us like they did last year with the £100 million that we had to spend. They've given us £65 million in that transfer budget, alongside a wage budget which isn't looking far too fantastic, but can do a little bit for us this year. 190k in that wage budget wise as well. Biggest problem we've got though, we needed a right back, and we've went ahead and we've activated the optional buy clause in Gellert's contract. So £35 million is going to be going out the doors quite early in the transfer window to get this right back in the team. So the start of the Premier League season has been fantastic from us. As you can see, only drawn one game against Liverpool, but beating the likes of Tottenham, Manchester United and Brighton. Unfortunately, we've just lost in the third round of the EFL Cup against Manchester City. Very close game, but it wasn't meant to be. We've had an absolute crazy transfer window, buying one of the most expensive players I've bought so far in this series. So let's start with the transfers. So we'll go to the history. As you can see, 118 million went out. So we've sold the likes of Kyle Walker-Peters, the Senegalese centre-back that we had, Antonio, the Ukrainian guy, the Jack Clark's now went, Antonio Robertson's also gone, Held's gone, and then we sold a bunch of other like squad rotation sort of players. And then we went and spent 110 million on João Pedro. We wanted to strike out some firepower. We wanted someone that's going to bring something extra to this team, and I think João Pedro really does have that. Struggled a bit when he was at Brighton. He did get some goals, but playing in a Brighton side that maybe isn't as good as what they are in real life means he could come to a club like us and really shine. But as you can see, started 2 games so far and scored 1 goal. He got an injury straight away as soon as he signed for me, so he was out for about 3 weeks, which was quite a bit of an upset because he didn't get the chance to get a pre-season and get fit and stuff. Then we went and got a centre back, a world class centre back in Christian Romero from Tottenham. Yes, we spent a lot of money on him, £93 million we've spent on him, but the stats, world class. You're gonna have to pay for world class, and with this being our last final season with Ipswich Town, we had to go big. So Christian Romero is the player that we've brought in. Gellert, we've brought him in from Chelsea. As I said before, he was a player that I got on loan and I thought he did really well, and I've decided to bring him back permanently. So 35 million was a no-brainer. What it did turn out, we spent about 40 odd million in the end because of the 7,750k or whatever it was we paid for the loan fee. But it is what it is, and I'm happy we've got him. Director of Football doing some work, and then we did some free transfers, as you can see here. We brought in a CDM just to add some more of sort of competition at CDM again, bit more squad balance, squad depth as well. Brought in Ryan Gravenberch, obviously ex-Liverpool. He's a well-rounded player, squad rotation player that we can bring in as well when needed. And then this goalkeeper sort of crept up. I tend to sign him a lot on Football Manager, but it tends to be for a lot of money. When I seen he was going for a free transfer from Toulouse, I had no choice but to go for him. So we went in, got him on a free transfer, and as you can see, he's going to be our starting keeper this year. That's one of the main reasons why Held went out. So far, start of the Premier League, as you can see, we're starting second in the Premier League. Crystal Palace top of the league, obviously early doors, but really well to see Manchester City dropping points as well, which is really good against Bournemouth of all teams. So yeah, hopefully this can be a massive season for us. We've got obviously we've got our Champions League fixtures that have just been announced as well. So we've got the likes of Juventus, Alves, Valencia, Arsenal, Atlanta, Club Brugge, Feyenoord, and Bayern Munich. So we've got some really sort of good fixtures in there, and some teams we should be really beating. So we'll see how we get on against them and how good we get on with our Champions League group. Tactic wise, so in the tactic, I've decided I'm nailing 2 people in. Gallart's going to be the one we're nailing at right back, and João Pedro I'm going to nail in up front, because for some reason, when I do this, it's probably going to prove me wrong now. So if I go to pick best XI, Oh no, it's proved us wrong. So João Pedro was going into either right wing or he was going to shadow striker. I really want him to be that striker up top. So fingers crossed. Well, that's why I'm nailing him in. He'll stay there throughout the season. As you can see, the back line's looking really strong with the two CDMs and the centre midfielder. So yes, we're gonna nail obviously the likes of João Pedro in and Gellert as well. So hopefully they can prove to be absolutely fantastic for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can finish higher than we did last year, which was third. We really want to challenge for the Premier League title this year, with it being our final season. But if you have enjoyed this series, please be sure to leave a like on this video as always. If you're new around chat and you haven't seen the previous episodes, I am going to leave a link in the description where you can get access to the full playlist for this series and you can watch it from episodes 1 to 5, and yeah, you can have some fun with it. Also, I am going to be making a Patreon as well, so if you would like to get access to the save game files and things like that, I'm going to be putting them on the Patreon, and that'll be in the description hopefully by the time this video comes out to you. You can get it over on Patreon as well, and get yourself this game save as well, so you can do what you can do with it, and you can let me know how you get on. You get the tactic, you get the build, and then you can take it from there. 2028 to 29 season onwards, you can be the boss. You can go with it and see how you get on with it. But yes, let's simulate to the end of this season. Let's see how we get on as Ipswich Town. João Pedro up top, Geller on the right back position. Come on, Ipswich. Right, so we're simulating the season now, and as you can see, we've just went down the league, and wow, 7th position in the Premier League. Joint 6th, obviously, but we didn't get it exactly because of Newcastle's goal difference. But very disappointed. Very, very disappointed in everything that we've invested in. 7th position is just crazy. Manchester City running away with the league because of Erling Haaland's goal differences there. Um, in regards to the overall of the competitions we've competed in, we finished we got knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup. We got knocked out in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. In the Champions League, we didn't even get through the league stages. A very, very poor season from us, as you can see by the results. Back and forwards of just absolute misery. That's very upsetting to see. It is really, really upsetting to see. I'm upset with regards to not finishing higher or even just finishing the same place we finished previous seasons, especially with what we've invested in. But even this patch here, February to March, just terrible. Didn't win a game in March. Even though we played 2 games, we didn't win a game. Upset. Was expecting to be challenging for something overall, but it just didn't happen. From the top of the list to the bottom, as you can see, Tuchard playing well again. Gabriel Vega doing really well. Liam Delap doing really, really well this season. As you can see, he's had a good season again this season. Luis having a good season. Morgan Gibbs White played 16 games this year with centre backs. I mean, the 2 new lads that we brought in, so the likes of, where is he? The goalkeeper played alright. Gellert, when he joined on a permanent, didn't really do as well as he did previous seasons. Christian Romero, who we brought in, just didn't really lift the boundary that little bit higher that I thought he was going to do. And then João Pedro. Even João Pedro came in, 15 goals, just it wasn't good enough. Is it the service or is it the players? Or even it could be the tactic. I mean, we've stuck with the same tactic. We've built on it. Unfortunately, it hasn't paid off. But we did what we needed to do. I mean, the team looks good. We have got some really good players in there. It's just a shame to finish 7th. However, our time at Ipswich does come to a close. And I am upset that we didn't get more. However, with our time at Ipswich, as you can see via the history, we finished 9th, we finished 6th twice, and finished 3rd last year. Last year we won the Super Cup. The year before that we won the Europa League, and then finishing 7th this year. So as you can see, we've established Ipswich at sort of a top-end table side from when we took over, which is really good to see. Next season, if you do want to get access to this save, you can do so by joining the Patreon, which will be down in the description as well. Um, you get full access to the save, the tactic, and then basically all you need to do is let me know how you get on with it. Take Ipswich to the next level by joining the Patreon in the description. It really does help out the channel by joining that Patreon as well. But if you do take over the save, as you can see, I mean, we'll adjust the budget because obviously the wages aren't fantastic. So you're looking at about 50 million with a bit in the wage budget as well left to leave you over. It's probably a bit too much. I mean, we're looking around there, so about 50, maybe 60 million in the transfer budget with a reasonable wage budget. Also, I'm not going to do anything in regards to the transfer. As you can see, Liam Delap's got a offer in there for him from West Ham. So if you want to cash in on Liam Delap, there's also the option to sell him and build from there. But yeah, upset about that overall. The tactic was fine. I mean, I don't know if it was the tactic. Might just be the players. I've won a lot of leagues with this tactic when I've done previous saves. It is one of my favouriteable tactics. Um, but yeah, very upset to say the least in regards to where we finished in this season. But yes, that's going to be it for this episode and the end of this rebuild series. It did take us 5 years to do this rebuild. If you'd like to see more of the rebuilds on the channel, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here and you want to see more. It'll give you a notification when we upload as well when you subscribe to the channel. Join the Patreon, it will be in the bottom of the description if you want to get access to the save itself. And also, if you'd like, I can do this next time with another team. So, see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. I'll leave a link to the playlist down in the description as well in case you want to go back to episode 1 to episode 5. If you have any pointers out for us and where we can improve next time, feel free to let us know. But that's it for now. Take care. Until next time. Bye for now.